Hello, everybody. Thanks again for joining me. This is another Changing Lives webcast. I'm Don Clayton. I'm the Chief Talent Officer at FranServe. We are the world's largest franchise consulting and expansion organization. I oversee our wonderful certified franchise consultants all over the world. And today I have a very special guest from New York, and it is Tina with Pinnacle Franchise Consulting. Tina, welcome.
Good morning, Don. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're certainly welcome. Today, we just simply want to learn about Tina's journey into franchise consulting with FranServe. So, tell us a little bit about Tina and what you were doing prior to joining FranServe.
Perfect. So way back, when I first started my career, I worked in corporate for about 14 years. And then, I had some children and needed a change in my life. I was working in New York City, and it was hard to have, my kids being so far away from me and not be able to participate in their day-to-day activities. So, and my husband was a New York City police officer at the time. So I knew it was time to make a move. So I decided to explore franchise ownership. And at that time, I bought a franchise of the Little Gym, which was a fantastic opportunity. I owned that for 11 years. And, it afforded me the lifestyle that I wanted while my kids were little. I was able to participate in their school functions. I was able to just be more available to them. Working in the city was great, except, it was long days. So, this afforded me to be more present in their life during the crucial times that go so fast.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you decided to transition out of the little gym, and what sparked that? And then how did you come upon FranServe?
Sure. So, I did the little gym for 11 years. I mean, like I said, it was great while my kids were little. Obviously, it was a little bit challenging during COVID. Um, but we were able to, get through COVID. And then I decided that, I needed a change. My kids were at a different phase in their life, and it was something that I just wanted to move on from. So in 2022, I sold the little gym. So, again, it was an asset. So it was really a great, thing. It was perfect for me in my life at the time. And, then it was time for me to exit. So I chose to sell it, and it's still, up and operating and, doing really well, which I'm thrilled about. And then I wanted to see what the next phase in my life was going to be. But I wanted something that I had some flexibility because, now that I have aging parents, I want to be available for them as well. So a colleague of mine at the little gym introduced me to FranServe. So I started exploring FranServe, and I did my validation. I spoke to a few current consultants. I spoke to you, Don, and I decided that it was the right move for me. So I took the leap and became a franchise consultant.
Well, we are super excited that you did. You've been a blessing and an asset to FranServe, and we're so thankful. You've also been a great help and resource to all of your clients as well. Tell us, over the past 3 years that you've been affiliated with FranServe, tell us some of the most memorable and some of the most helpful things that you've been able to learn throughout your journey. And have you been able to travel and meet some really interesting, dynamic franchise folks?
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, FranServe, gives franchise consultants through FranServe the opportunity to participate in their annual conference, which is in Orlando in July. I attended that last year, and it was amazing from a networking perspective, not only to learn more about the different brands that are, part of the FranServe system, but also to, meet the other consultants and build a rapport. I mean, while working as a franchise consultant, yes, it's fantastic that you have the flexibility to be able to work from home, but it sometimes can be isolating, right? So to be able to build a rapport with existing consultants and be able to call them up if you have a question or, that's amazing. And FranServe, in addition to that, gives franchise consultants the opportunity to attend learn and earn events, which are franchise consultant discovery days, where you basically go to the brand and you get to see it, touch it, feel it. And it's a really great opportunity to not only immerse yourself in the brand and learn what it's like to potentially become a franchisee for that brand, but also, you get to FaceTime with your other consultants in the FranServe community.
That is so exciting. So you have tons of virtual learning opportunities, obviously working from home. But what you're saying is that there are also numerous in-person events throughout the year that consultants can attend and learn in person, like you say, touch and feel the product, the opportunity, the franchise, the concept, the business. And you were able to do that. So, what I have learned, Tina, is that being a FranServe affiliated consultant has its rewards, it has its perks, and that is that you get to be on the inside looking at opportunities that the general public cannot afford. They do not have the opportunity, not afford monetarily, but they just don't have the opportunity to go and do the things that our consultants do. So one of the things I've learned is that as a consultant, you had the very unique opportunity to learn about one of our brands. And from what I hear, you kind of fell in love with one of our brands. Tell us a little bit about that.
I did. So last May, I attended a consultant discovery day for a brand in the health and wellness field. And I, decided that it was my next journey in addition to franchise consulting, that I also wanted to, go back into the business ownership side. So I purchased a franchise and I am now in the process of getting it up and running. So more to come on that. But in addition to me doing that, one of my colleagues from FranServe also did the same things in the health and wellness space. So we're going through this journey together. So not only can we leverage each other from a consulting perspective, but also in the opening of this new business.
I find that it happens quite frequently, and I get a lot of individuals who are interested in becoming a consultant with us, and they ask that, can they still invest in one of our brands? And I tell them, sure, that's fine. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, our franchise brands really like it when our consultants invest in their brands because they become a better ambassador for that brand when they're speaking with candidates because they can tell them, hey, listen, I like this concept so much, I invested in it myself.
I put my
So
money where my mouth is.
put your money where your mouth is, exactly. And you will also have the opportunity. What's really great about FranServe is that you will have the opportunity to not only work this franchise in the health and wellness industry that you're investing in, you can help it grow and mature and maybe go into multiple units and whatever you want to do. But while you're doing that, you can still help others in your consulting practice. That's the great thing about FranServe is that you can do it full time, part time, spare time, and you will always have that opportunity to flourish by helping others and changing lives in the direction of franchising. And so for that, I congratulate you and commend you for taking this step. And you were a previous franchisee with the Little Gym. Now you're stepping into the health and wellness industry. So congratulations. I commend
Thank
you,
you.
Tina. Good
Thank
job.
you so much, Don.
You're welcome. Well, this has been another Changing Lives webcast with Don Clayton. Tina, if someone is out there and they happen to be watching this webcast, wherever they may be, and they're like, you know what? I can relate to Tina. I really want to talk to her. What's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
They can go to my website, pinnaclefranchiseconsulting.com, or they can give me a call. My phone number is on LinkedIn, or it's 917-609-1054. I
All
look
right, give us that number one more time. 917.
609-1054.
Tina, thank you so much. You're a great, great franchise consultant, and I certainly hope that your endeavor will flourish up in New York. I'm sure it will. Congratulations once again. Thanks again for joining me. My name is Don Clayton, Chief Talent Officer at FranServe. If you have any questions or want to get in touch with me or have any thoughts about becoming a consultant yourself, you can email me at connect@franserve.com. Again, that's connect@franserve.com. Thanks again. We'll see you next time on the webcast.
Thanks, Don.